Good day, everyone. I am Risa Fortunado, and today I will be discussing socio-emotional development. Few days ago, Sir Torino gave us a task, and that is to cite the different characteristics of an adolescent present in the situation given to us, particularly socio-emotional development for our group. As we read the situation, we cited varieties of characteristics and come up with this. So as you can see, there are two columns. The first one is the development characteristics and the implications to teaching. Let's start with number one. A strong need for peer approval and belongingness. So as we all know, in early adolescence, it is where um, we want to feel that we belong in a group. As a teacher, implication to the teaching, as a teacher, we should employment of collaborative learning through higher academic engagement. As a teacher, we should make sure all our students will feel that they belong to their class by acknowledging their ideas and opinions equal to ours, especially that we are using learner-centered learning. Number two, three, and four, as well as five, they have the same they are different characteristics, but they fall into one, like one idea, and that is um, decreasing need for adult approval, or the wants of a young adolescent to make a decision on his own. And implications to teaching is that employment of affirmation or language and positive reinforcement. As a teacher, we must understand that in their age, that is the time where they starting to develop their critical thinking and decision making. That is why we must always reinforce positive affirmation, especially if their decision is good, and give advice or lay possibilities if they will pursue that decision. Next, we have number six, torn between conformity to or being distinct from their peers. Experiment with new behavior as they seek social identity. So, its implication is that employment of experiential and explorative learning through providing activities that allow them to take on new roles. And as a teacher, we are a guide by the side of our students. And if we have students who are seeking social identity, the best thing we can do as a teacher is to employ experiential and explorative learning through providing activities that allow them to take new roles, and we must guide them as they seek for that answer every step of the way. For example, since they very curious and about how their parents role, or why their parent they want to know why their parents act that way, why their parents have a lot of don'ts against them sa ilang ipangbuhat. So why not let's give them like a role play where they will be they will take a role as a parent. In that way, makita nato kung unsa ilang perspective as a role sa usa ka parent. Number 8, issues of sexual orientation and identity. Its implication to teaching is that implementation of emotional support system and gender sensitivity in the class. As a teacher, we must establish emotional support and gender sensitivity in the class and respect each and everyone's gender preferences. And I'm very happy that here in TCC, Mr. Fideliaga really practiced this. During our first meeting in the second semester, the first question he asked was about our gender preferences, so that he will know how to address each one of us. Maybe there are some of us nga biologically born as a man but with a heart of a woman, and he doesn't want to offend anyone. And that's a good character of a teacher. Next is negative peer association. So, in teaching about negative and healthy relationship through contextualization during lessons instead of direct confrontation. So, as we all know, friends can really influence us. It may bad or in a good way, but most of the times, especially in school, we cannot avoid bullying because of our friends' influences. And instead of direct confrontation to that student who bullied, the best thing we can do is, how about let's teach them about negative and unhealthy relationship, or what is the effect of that bullying to the bullied. So through contextualization of our lessons, maybe they can, as they listen, makarealize sila nga, ay sayop dito kung gibuhat, so dili na to nako buhaton, instead of imo siyang gi-confront with wherein mauwaw siya nimo or mausabi ang pagtagad nimo. We can do that in a very professional way through contextualization. Number 10, social emotional vulnerability due to media influence. So, as we all know nga, karon nga time is rampant kayong fake news. And nato, para nato ka ng special nato nga social studies, as a teacher, we must provide assessment activities that encourage critical thinking and firm stance. In that way, that the our students will know how to cite verified information to fake news. And in that way sad makita nato kung unsa man iyang idea about ana nga issue, unsa iyang baruganan, and makita nato kung unsa ka strong iyang baruganan through sa iyang justification. Diha ma-develop po iyang critical thinking skills. 11, romantic sexual attraction. So, as a teacher, its implication to teaching is that less to no prying into private relationships, but necessitates the teacher's role of reminding students of school rules. So, di man na malikayan nga na ay PDA, especially diri sa Talisay, na dyan tayo makita nga mga magkanang PDA, bisag na pa ang teachers or makakita ang classmates. So, as a teacher, dili ta mo pry mo direct confront nila, but kana ato na silang ato sige lang tag generally magsige tag remind sa mga kanang set of rules nga giset sa atong institution. 12, tend to emulate their esteemed peers and non-parent adults. So, its implication to teaching is that employment of affirmation, affirmative language, and positive reinforcement. So, especially ang mga young ones kay usually dun nila may experience ang rejection is or kanang mga ingon na rejections kay sa ilang family like that mahiubo sila sa ilang family, and ang tendency na kay moadto sila sa ilang friends, which is naiposibility nga negative ang ma-influence sa ila ha. Why not as a teacher kanang kita mo pa kuan nilang mo pa feel sa ila nga you can share sa amua sa imong burdens, like kung nakay problema, yun na kung di man gani kay atong always remind nila nga naatay guidance counselor nga willing maminaw nila without kanang prejudices ingon ana. So that would be all. Thank you.